Hi everyone, my name is Nitha and I am your GMAT Verbal mentor. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you've already started with your GMAT prep. And I'm sure the one thing that you would really like to have is some place where you can go to practice all the questions that you want and someone who can help you understand where you're going wrong. What are the patterns you need to be aware of? What are the traps that are normally presented in a GMAT official question? So, guess what I have for you? I have exactly that one thing. Let me introduce you to Prepathon.ai. This is an AI tool that we have created for. This is an AI tool we have created for people just like you, people who are interested in getting people who are interested in getting access to as many questions as is possible and analyzing all aspects of these various question types. Let's have a quick look at what this tool is all about. As you can see over here, you have a practice tab which will help you decide which section you want to practice, which will help you decide the kind of questions, the number of questions, and even the level of the questions that you want to practice. We've gone and gamified the whole thing, and so everything feels like some kind of a competition where you know that you have to reach a level, just bringing in some excitement to the mundane act of practicing questions. You have a section where you can understand your learning streak, how well you're doing, when is it that the last time you took your quiz, what is the level you're at. It kind of gives an entire excitement to the whole process of prepping for your GMAT. You also have a leaderboard where you get a clear idea about your other. You also have a leaderboard where you get a clear. You also have access to a leaderboard. In this leaderboard, you get to find out more about who else has been practicing. How well are they doing? It's always a good idea to keep abreast of the competition. So let's have a quick look at how it is that you can use this particular tool to practice and how it is that this tool is going to give you that one extra edge. What you need to do is click on this settings button. Just give me a minute. All you need to do is click on the settings button, and you have this little pop up where you can decide the level you want, the section you want to practice, and even the number of questions you want to practice. Let's go in for easy and medium. Let's go in for verbal, and I think we'll go in for strengthen the argument questions. And let's opt for three questions for now. This is just because I want us to explore this together, okay? And I just have to say start practice. And what's going to happen is that, and what's going to happen is that, what's going to pop up? What's going to pop up is your first question of the number of questions that you've decided. Let's have a look, okay? It says several companies have recently switched from traditional in person customer service to AI powered chatbots for handling customer inquiries. Okay. It is thus evident that fewer human customer service representatives are being employed by these companies than would have been employed if these companies had retained their traditional customer service methods. We already know that we have a strengthen the argument question on our hands, and we have a very clear conclusion that has been presented. This thus tells me there's a conclusion. They're telling us that fewer human customer service representatives are being employed by these companies than would have been employed if these companies had retained traditional customer service methods. We have to find an option that tells us that what has been mentioned here is probably correct. Let's look at each option and quickly try and figure out what the answer is. The aim of this video is not so much to practice a question with you, but to show you once we've figured out what the answer is and we want to analyze the question, how does this tool help us? Let's imagine, okay, that we've gone through the options and we've selected a particular answer. And I'm just going to go through the whole quiz just for us to see what the quiz looks like. I'm going to randomly select answers here because I want to get to the interesting bit. Okay. So I've randomly selected my answers. Oh my God, I've got nothing correct. Okay. So what happens? What we have happening for us is once we take a quiz, this tool will tell us how we scored. Oh, I seem to have got one correct and two incorrect. And if I scroll down, it'll also And I can also figure out how much time I took to solve this, to answer the questions in the quiz. And if I scroll down, what I also can figure out is, and if I scroll down, what I can also figure out is the, and if I scroll down, what I also can figure out is, hey, the questions that I got wrong, I can click on any one of these questions to go and analyze, hey, what went wrong. Let's click on the first one. Okay, let's just scroll down and see what's happening. Here we are. Now, what I can do is I can see that, hey, look, the answer is E, but I've chosen option B. Now, in most cases, if I go to any platform and if I go to try out GMAT related questions, I'll probably be given the information that, hey, look, this option is correct and that option is incorrect. But now the problem lies, I don't know why. Let's say I've chosen option E, but let now here I can now very clearly I've chosen option B as the answer, but the correct answer is option E. What do? I don't know why the correct answer is option E. This is where Prepathon.ai helps you. I just have to click this button, and what I have access to is an AI chat. Okay, I can ask them very clearly, why is B not the answer? So, what Prepathon.ai does is it plays the role of your mentor. It very simply tells you what is the problem at hand. By just looking at this, I just have the entire explanation given to me. It tells me exactly why B is not the answer. I even have these suggestions presented to me that I can have any one of these. I even have these suggestions presented to me. For example, what is the GMAT concept being tested here? I can click on that. So here it tells me the GMAT concept being tested is strengthening and weakening. Or if I have any specific question, let's suppose I want to ask something like, why are the incorrect options incorrect? I want to know what's wrong with all the other options except for E. The AI is so specialized that it can actually analyze the options and tell you what is the problem with each option. I can read and figure out. I don't have to depend on anybody else. I'm going to have the most logical explanation presented to me. That is a great advantage. Imagine that you're prepping at 3 in the morning. You've come back from a really busy day at work and you're going to prep at 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, and you have a question that you want to ask. You don't want to wait till the next day. You want to know right now. This is where Prepathon.ai comes in. You can select your level, you can select the number of questions, and no matter what question you have, you just have to ask, and your questions are answered at the precise moment that you've asked it. Any question that you have, any level. Doesn't this sound great? Are you excited? I hope you will watch out for more videos where we're going to be looking at more features that Prepathon.ai offers to help you get the score that you want. See you soon.